Did you know that Detroit was Michigan's first capital? In 1837, Michigan officially became a state. This was a big moment. Michigan needed a capital city, a place for its government. The choice was Detroit. Detroit was already a bustling city. It had a good location on the Detroit River. This made it a center for trade and transportation. Detroit was founded in 1701 by a French explorer named Antoine de la Motte Cadillac. The city's location on the Great Lakes made it an important center for the fur trade. It remained the capital of Michigan for nearly 3 decades. During those years, Detroit saw a lot of changes. It grew into a major industrial center. The city's population exploded. New businesses and industries were established. Detroit was at the heart of Michigan's growth. It was a symbol of the state's progress and ambition. The City of Straits, a hub of activity. As the capital, Detroit was a hub of activity. The state government was located there. People from all over Michigan would travel to Detroit for government business. This made the city important for politics and decision-making. Detroit was also a center for trade and commerce. Ships sailed in and out of its port. They carried goods from all over the Great Lakes region. The Erie Canal, completed in 1825, connected Detroit to the East Coast. This made trade even easier and more profitable. Industries like shipbuilding and manufacturing flourished in Detroit. The city's strategic location and growing population attracted new residents and businesses. As a result, Detroit experienced rapid growth and development. It became a symbol of Michigan's prosperity. From fur trade to automobiles, Detroit's transformation. During its time as capital, Detroit saw a lot of change. It shifted from the fur trade to new industries. One of the most important changes was the rise of manufacturing. Detroit became a center for making things like stoves, railroad cars, and carriages. This shift to manufacturing had a huge impact on Detroit. It created new jobs and attracted new residents to the city. Detroit's population boomed during the late 19th century. People from all over the world came to work in its factories. Among these new industries, one would change Detroit forever: the automobile. In 1903, Henry Ford founded the Ford Motor Company in Detroit. This marked the beginning of Detroit's transformation into the Motor City. Lansing, a new capital for a new era. In 1847, Michigan decided to move its capital from Detroit to Lansing. There were a few reasons for this change. One reason was that Lansing was more centrally located. This made it easier for lawmakers from all parts of Michigan to travel to the capital. Another reason was that Detroit was growing very quickly. This rapid growth was causing some problems. For example, there was a lot of overcrowding and crime in the city. Some people thought that a smaller, quieter city like Lansing would be a better place for the state government. The move to Lansing was a big change for Michigan. However, Detroit continued to thrive as a center for industry and culture. The city's automotive industry would go on to shape the 20th century. Detroit's story reminds us that even as things change, a city's history and its people can continue to inspire us.